we've got quite a bit of plastic we're going to use, recycle, and so we have shopping bags that we have here, and also we have a number of different things, plastic containers. We are only going to recycle stuff that has the, whoops, sorry. Okay, let's see if we can focus in there. It's got the 2 HDPE. We're not even going to do the 4 for the low density polyethylene. Other thing we need to do is, for any of these containers, soap or other stuff, we need to make sure they're washed clean, and the milk jugs, we'll have to get them washed out. Bags in the oven, when the bags heat up, air heats up and expands, and so what we do is we will kind of stab them. So think it like it's well. So we can use this knife, but I find that since we got this cutting board right here, that it's usually better just to use it with a screwdriver or something else. If you had a stiletto, that would work well. I don't have one. Anyway, that's good there. So we have put some shopping bags in the big oven to melt down. It'll expand and then they will shrink in a little while. Okay, here is a video of what happens after the plastic is melted down a bit more. Okay, so we have a number of milk jugs, and so we've got water and soap water in them. They've been shook up, and we're going to clean them. So this is just the dishwashing part. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we're trying to make sure each of these jugs are clean. You say, well, if it heats up enough, won't that stuff kill off the bacteria? It might, but it might have residue, and plus we're going to send these through our shredder. So we will make sure that each of these are clean enough to drink out of. Okay, so we've cleaned out these pretty well. We've got one little spot there, may cut that out, but if you notice, I see some of the people shredding plastic online. It's been a lot of time, but my point is, if you got a sink like this, fill the jug with soap and water and shake it one and let it drain there, so you don't have to do any more work you have to. Anyway, we'll show you a way to use the oven to remove the labels. If you can use a hair dryer to remove labels, but since we've got the oven, we'll do that. It's faster and it takes very little time. So these are done pretty well. We could cut that piece out, or that's small enough that it's probably not going to matter too much. Okay, we're going to put the jugs in the oven in just a minute, but we have some previously melted shopping bags. This stuff, it could have been melted better and shredded, but we're going to put it on a Teflon coated aluminum plate. This Teflon, this stuff right here, you can get at McMaster's. It's got adhesive on the side, and it's non-porous, but Teflon impregnated fiberglass, what it shows there, but nothing really sticks to it. So we're going to stick that in the oven here in just a second. had the jugs, we'll allow them to go in here in a minute. I've taken the plastic bag, and I have put my oven mitts on and kind of collect it all together, and we'll let that melt down some more. And decided, very good, important safety thing, take all the lids off, so with the water inside these jugs, then they won't burst at some point and spray hot steam all over and burn it. So we're going to leave them just a bit longer, and then we'll pull the labels off. Okay, I just wanted to point out here, this is the one where it wasn't hot enough, and you can see by peeling from another spot and with the label hot enough, it's peeling off very well. And let's see if I can just grab this. So we got a little bit there, and we'll scrape that off. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to understand this or hear this over the, we have a shop vac going, and it's sucking air out of this dust collector, or particle collector, that this is connected. It's got a hose that goes through and into the shredder. This shredder requires 220 power, or three-phase power, excuse me. And so we've already plugged it in. It's typically left unplugged, and it's got a safety switch. So we're going to turn that on, and then we have to push the start button here. Okay, so this is a very dangerous piece of equipment. So we put the plastic in there to shred, and then it goes through, and it's got a mesh shield, and so the particles have to be chopped down small enough to get through that. And then we have a suction hose that goes there for our homemade dust collector cyclone thing. And so what we're going to do now, we have this